gentlemen.
And good evening to you, Ed and Norman, from the upper deck of the Araneta Coliseum. Miko Halili po, kasama ang nag-iisang national coach ng Team Pilipinas and the best-dressed man in all of basketball, Chot Reyes.
Thank you, Miko. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. It's been a long time since I've been in this position and I really miss it. Magandang gabi.
Are you talking about this position or coaching in the finals?
This position.
Okay, we will be talking to Coach Chot. We will get his analysis of this ball game. Pero bago pong lahat na yan, we'll send it back to Ed and Norman.
Well, I'm sure marami po tayo makukuhang magagandang mga thoughts and ideas para galing kay Coach Chot Reyes. Pero pag-usapan po natin this series that has gone on for at least for the past 5 games. The barometer seems to be the field goal shooting percentage, Coach Norman.
Well, as normally is the case at any championship series, the team that shoots the best normally wins the basketball game. It is held true in this particular series as the team that has come up with the better shooting percentage has gone on to win the basketball game. And I think it goes a little bit deeper than that, but so far in this series, this is what's been happening.
That's right. At nakita po natin, mga kaibigan, kahit anong game number 5, alam natin na sinasabi natin na itong Red Bull ay isang running team. Hindi sila masyado naka-fast break, only 8 points, pero pumanda ang kanilang shooting percentage, and that's what did the Purefoods team in. Now, sa fourth quarter po nagkatalo. As I said earlier, with 2.5 minutes remaining, Purefoods was still on top by 4. A lot of the Purefoods fans were celebrating, but the tandem of the Ateneo boys, the buddies from their college days, Enrico Villanueva, together with Larry Fonacher, really showed their intensity and determination to extend this series. You look at the way Enrico Villanueva, the newlywed man, took over in that fourth quarter. And Larry Fonacher, who has not really been a factor in this series, showed up the defense of Purefoods against him and really poured it out with 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Well, it was all about heart as these two players actually just took over the game for Red Bull in that fourth quarter. And you could just feel that they did not want this series to end. They wanted to extend this series. They gave the effort in the fourth quarter. You can see their stats on the screen. 21 points for Enrico, 15 for Larry Fonacher. These two guys came up big at a big time for Red Bull.
That's right. Ang ganda-ganda na timing ng kanilang pagputok po sa dulo ng labanang iyon nung game number 5. Sa kabilang dako naman, ang main offensive threat ng Purefoods si James Yap really scintillated in the early goings. Nakita po natin he had 28 points in that game and was actually headed for another best player performance. But when it counted the most, sa fourth quarter, ilang mga tikada galing sa labas na kailangan ng Purefoods Chunky Giants ang hindi po pumasok para kay James Yap, and that really let down the Purefoods Chunky Giants in their bid to win the series outright in game number 6.
Well, still a big game for James Yap, 28 points, 5 rebounds. I think the problem there was he fell in love with the three-point shot, 5 out of 17. At some point, he was 5 out of 10 from the three-point land. He kept yanking up those threes, so he might have to check and try to come up with better shooting selection tonight.
Alright, mga kaibigan, muli natin balikan sina Miko Halili at si Coach Chot Reyes sa kanilang usapan tungkol dito sa game number 6. Miko.
Maraming salamat kasamang Ed. Ito at papabayaan natin si Coach Chot na himayin yung mga dapat asahan sa larong ito. And we will make him react to what the coaches have to say going into this pivotal game 6. Unahin natin yung pareham natin kay Coach Yeng Giao of Red Bull.
I'm not going to take any credit for this win. This win was just subbed out by the coach. We wanted to prolong the series with some courage and character. I guess if it's a close game in the last 2 minutes, we will win it. We can win a close game. We just need to keep the game close. Because they shoot so well when they're in the lead. We just wanted to extend the series, see what our chances are, trying to spoil their party for the meantime. So we leave again for Friday.
So yun po si Coach Yeng Giao right after their victory in Game 5. You had your epic battles with Coach Yeng when you were still coaching Purefoods before.
Yep.
What could Coach Yeng be thinking of right now?
Well, Coach Yeng has always been known for his unpredictability. And I'm sure going to this ball game, he's thinking of 1 or 2 little things he can throw into the ball game just to put a wrench in the mix of things and to keep Coach Ryan a little bit off balance. But yung sinabi niya sa kanyang interview was very telling because I felt in the games that Red Bull lost, they really lost it on the effort department. And in the last game where Enrico and Larry and the other guys really took it upon themselves to work hard and outwork Purefoods in the end game, it was a very different result.
And now we go to Purefoods. Ito naman yung panayam after Game 5 from Ryan Gregorio.
We've worked hard to get a 3-1 lead, and let not one game ruin whatever we've achieved. So I'm sure now there's more sense of urgency. We're just too excited to finish it off now. We saw the balloons and all that. It's not going to be given to us in a silver platter. We've shown time and again that we can win close games, but tonight we didn't show that. I believe in timing. There's not the right time for us to win. We're going to close it out tonight. We're going to close it out on Friday.
Coach, if you can describe the pressure for the team that is actually ahead, but it does feel like a do-or-die situation here for Purefoods.
Correct, and that's really a feeling that a coach has to battle, because you can say all the things that you want, but your players will sense it. If you're starting to panic, if you're not feeling right about the game, you can say the right things, but the players will sense it. So tama yung sinabi ni Coach Ryan. That's why you work so hard to have a 3-1 lead, so that you can afford to lose a game or two. But the thing is, you cannot allow yourselves to be pushed in a corner where you feel you must win a game. I know everybody is saying that also Purefoods must win this ball game. They don't want a Game 7. I understand where that's coming from. But realistically, you can actually afford to lose this game. That's why you have a 3-1 lead. But you don't want to get there, because a Game 7 really is a toss-up. It's 50-50. You don't know what's going to happen. You have very little control. So as much as possible, if you're Coach Ryan, you want to end it tonight. That's just plain and simple.
And Coach Schott will be sharing his expertise as the game goes along. In the meantime, let's go back to Ed and Norman.
Thank you, Mika and Coach Schott. Very interesting what Coach Schott shared with us. Actually, the pressure now is on both teams. Wouldn't you think so, Coach Norman?
Well, the pressure is more on Red Bull, because if they lose, they're out. Like Coach Schott said, Purefoods can fight another day. But the problem is, if it gets to a Game 7, with the momentum being all the way on the Red Bull side, having won 2 straight games, then the pressure really becomes heavy on Purefoods to try to win that Game 7. So you might as well try to take them out in 6 while you still have a chance.
All right, now let's go now to what Coach Norman Black thinks is the imperative, or are the imperatives for the Purefoods Chunky Giants to win the game tonight.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the key points we think will help both teams. For the Purefoods team, we said keep the Red Bull team off the line. So far in this series, Red Bull has gotten to the line much more than Purefoods. They have been able to take advantage of that. I think they're going to continue to try to do that, to try to force the pace and try to get to the line in this particular game. So I think Purefoods had to do a good job of playing defense without fouling. Turn garbage into goal. Last time out, Purefoods had 22 offensive rebounds, but they were only able to score 14 points off those 22 offensive rebounds. So they're doing a good job of getting to the offensive boards, but they have to convert those into points. And better shot selection, specifically from James Yap. Don't fall in love with that three-point shot. Be able to get to the basket, try to get Red Bull in foul trouble, and not take too many shots from the three-point area.
As we said, Red Bull, it's now or never, because they really would like to be able to extend this series to Sunday. What are their winning points?
Well, for the Red Bull team, we said to hold their own on the boards. They've lost every battle as far as the rebounds are concerned in this particular series, but last time out, they only lost by 1 rebound. So they have to do a good job. In this entire series, on the average, they're down 7 rebounds per game. So if they can do a good job on the boards, they have a better chance of winning. Three-point shooting, much click. Of course, last time out, Red Bull did not take as many three-point shots, but they did shoot 42% from the three-point line. So they need for their outside shots to click for Enrico to be able to open it up in the middle. And the faster, the better. No matter what anybody says, the faster the game, the better off Red Bull is. They're averaging 14 fast break points per game. On the other side, Purefoods only averaging 5 per game. The faster the game, the better off of Red Bull.
Alright, tignan natin mga kaibigan kung yan po ay masusunod ng dalawang koponan at kung pareho nilang gawin yan. Check! Tayo na naman ang panalo sapagkat magiging magandang laro na naman ang ating masasaksihan dito po sa Game 6 ng ating final series for the Philippine Cup. And we'll have that for you when we come back. Alright, mga kaibigan, as usual, medyo masikip na naman po ang mga upuan dito sa Araneta Coliseum dahil punong-puno na naman para sa Game 6 na labanan ng Purefoods Chunky Giants at ng Red Bull. Bago po natin umpisahan, ay umpisa naman natin mga report. Sa Purefoods muna tayo, Richard Del Rosario, report.
Thank you very much, Ed. At alam mo, dito sa Purefoods, two of the biggest reasons bakit they're only one game away from winning this championship has been their pillars of strength inside the paint. At walang iba, kundi yan yung mga fearless forwards ng Purefoods na si Kirby Raimundo at si Mark Pingris. Ito, makikita natin yan, si Kirby Raimundo. Here, in the final series, medyo masama ang nagiging shooting niya. He's only shooting about 36.4% from the field. Actually, in the last game, he only scored 9 points, but he's made up for it in other departments. On the other hand, ito rin naman si Mark Pingris has been a bundle of energy para sa Purefoods Chunky Giants, getting a lot of points off the offensive rebounds. At sinabi ni assistant coach Juan Magsano, itong si Kirby Raimundo, ang kailangan lang sa kanya is to put him in a better scoring position to try and exploit this matchup with a smaller defender na binibigay sa kanya ng Red Bull. And they're hoping that these two gentlemen will step up big tonight for them to be able to bring home the crowd. Samantala, punta naman natin si Jason at ang balita niya tungkol sa Red Bull Barako.
Alam mo, Richard, kung ang Red Bull ay kung ang Purefoods ay may fearless forwards, ito namang Red Bull, meron rin silang fear. And one of that fears is itong si Lordy Tugade, tila bumababa ang laro. Kung masisilip nyo, yung kanyang first 3 games, Lordy Tugade was averaging 23 points. And all of a sudden, pagdating ng games 4 and 5, there you go, pagdating ng games 4 and 5, bumaba yung scoring ni Lordy Tugade, down to 8 points. So, marami nagtataka kung injured nga ba to si Lordy Tugade. Kaya tinanong ko si Lordy kung injured siya. At ang sabi ni Lordy Tugade, oo. Pero matagal na pala itong injury ni Lordy Tugade sa tuhod. In Game 5, he actually felt the best in a long time. It just so happened that in that day, he just wasn't playing well. Tinanong ko naman si Coach Yang Giao, and good news coming from Coach Yang Giao, because he said that if there's a couple of players that he expects a big game from, it's Lordy Tugade. Back to you guys.
Well, that really is something that a lot of people are wondering about. Actually, I talked to team consultant Andy Howe about it. Tinanong ko si Coach Andy, parang Andy, sabi ko, may injury ba si Lordy Tugade? But, well, as you said, no, wala naman daw injury si Lordy Tugade. It was just one of those off nights, maybe 2 of those, because he had back-to-back off nights. But he's starting for Red Bull tonight, together with Paulo Mejia, Enrico Villarama, Topix Robinson, and Cyrus Baguio. The fighting command up here with Chunky Giants. We've got Noy Castillo, James Yap, Jun Liquid, Kirby Raimundo, and Mark Pingris. What say you about these starting units, Coach North?
Well, some changes in the starting units. Cyrus Baguio starting tonight for Red Bull. Last time out, it was Larry Fonacher who started off. And on the other side, we have a change in the starting lineup for Purefoods, and Noy Castillo is starting off for Coach Ryan Gregorio.
It takes 2 to tango. Probably, yun ang sinasabi ni Coach Ryan Gregorio. If Yang Giao can be unpredictable, so can I. So, kaya yan, pumasok si Noy Castillo sa starting unit. Oh, our guest, Coach Norman.
We have Channing Frye there from the New York Knicks. A very young player, an up-and-coming superstar in the NBA. He's about 6'10".
Mga bisita natin, mga kaibigan, galing na NBA at Andre Iguodala.
Yes, for the Philadelphia 76ers, also a very young player. Both of these guys from the University of Arizona. And, of course, you might remember Andre because he was the star of the slam dunk contest last time out. Despite the fact he didn't win the contest, he did a dunk that probably nobody else wants to try. He hit it off the backboard and was able to throw it in.
Will serve as an inspiration to our players this evening.
That's correct. And, you know, both of these guys are young, budding superstars in the NBA. Just very similar to some of our young guys we have in the game tonight. Well, really the future of the PBA. These two guys will be part of the future of the NBA.
We're glad that they took time out to drop by.
Well, if you want to see these guys, just come by the Araneta Coliseum tomorrow at 7. You'll get a chance to take a look at them.
And Commissioner Noli Iyala is going to assist our honored guests who will do the ceremonial toss. I believe we have some other VIPs on hand to do the ceremonial toss as usual. Medyo puno-puno po tayo rito sa Araneta Coliseum at maya-maya lang malamang wala na pong makukuhang upuan dito sapagkat tuloy-tuloy po ang pagdagsa ng ating mga kaibigan dito sa loob ng Araneta Coliseum. So sa ilang sandali lang mga kaibigan ay tutuloy na natin ang ceremonial toss. Si Yoyong, si Vice Mayor Yoyong Martinez.
My former teammate at San Miguel.
Yes, from Samar, si Waray. Pero ngayon, Vice Mayor po ng Pasig City. Kaibigan natin yan. And very amiable person.
I think it's a great thing with the PBA honoring some of the past superstars of the PBA.
Yes.
Martinez was really a spitfire on the basketball court.
Oh, yeah. The Sultan of Steel. Ayan po si Yoyong Martinez. He wasn't much of a scorer, but he could dazzle everyone on the hard court with his antics.
Yes, I was lucky enough to win a championship with him in 1982, and you just never knew where he was on the basketball court. He was that quick and that fast.
And going back even further, it was a sight to behold when he went up against Freddie Webb. Also another spitfire of the hard court. And they're calling in another vice mayor, this time from Quezon City, Herbert Bautista. Of course, kilala ito ng mga showbiz fans as Pistek. Pero ngayon, vice mayor po ng a very hard-working government official.
And we really have a star-studded affair here tonight before we start the basketball game.
Yeah. Well, we know that both these gentlemen are avid sportsmen. At sigurado pong very interested sila na mapanood. Makasama po kayo sa panonood itong Game 6. Usual. Comedy relief from Herbert Bautista. You know, he used to play for me. He used to have a team called the Big Slow Stars.
Okay.
And all right, you'd rather look at the San Antonio. Yeah, San Antonio Dancers. Of course. Yeah, San Antonio Spurs. So, marami tayong bisita, Coach Norman. Sino ba binibisita niyan?
It's time to concentrate on the game now.
What? Oh, game. Yes. Game 6. Mga kaibigan. Starting units. Para sa Purefoods, narito ang kanilang starting units. Like si James Yap, the Silverfront, Purefoods, and Mark Penrich. At napakita po natin itong Red Bull will also have Gordy Sugani, Topex Robinson, Cyrus Baggio, Enrico Villanella, and Paulo Bugia.
We have a jam-packed Araneta Coliseum. Everybody's interested in this game. See what's going to happen.
Everybody and his mother. One more. Oh, no. That was a violation by Purefoods. Referees for this game, Boy Cruz, Noel Kilingen, and Garchi Ferrer. Here's another guy that we would like to see explode for Red Bull. He hasn't done that. I'm talking about Cyrus Baggio. He just gave an assist to Lordy Tugade.
Well, that was a well-set-up play coming out of the beginning of this basketball game with Tugade, probably to get him off to a good start.
A nice setup job for Newport likewise. And Cyrus Baggio tapped that ball away from Kirby. They moved the Topex Robinson into the front court. Get a bunch for Cyrus Baggio. Baggio looking inside. Nobody there.
Get a chance. Take a look at who's guarding Topex Robinson. It's Mark Penrich.
And he almost showed up Mark Penrich there. Niluwanag yung bola ng ring. And it is a 2-0 lead here para sa Red Bull in the early going. Noy Castillo, binigay kay James Jeff down low to Kirby. Raymundo gets it back. Couple of pump fakes and the shot.
Well, Kirby getting the offensive rebound and following it up with a 2-point. Let's see how this matchup shapes up here as Mark Fingers out here guarding Topex Robinson. Such a versatile player. He can guard a center or a point guard.
And the offensive foul on Lordy Tugade. All right, we have 7 minutes and 49 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. At nakagad po ang ating score at 2-all. Noy Castillo working against Topex Robinson. Turbulent Mundo against Lodi Tugade. The pass is James Jack, stolen by Enrico Villanueva. Narito si Cyrus Baggio. He likes it. But there is a tap from June before the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch on Cyrus Baggio.
Yeah, Cyrus Baggio moving 100 miles per hour, lost the basketball. And you can bet that Coach Yang wants his team to get off to a good start. What he does not want to see is for Purefoods to break away here at the beginning of the game.
Which is what Purefoods was able to do a couple of times in this series when they swamped Red Bull at the outset.
You heard the interview before the game. Coach Yang is very confident that he can win a close game against Purefoods. Just wants to keep this game close.
That's the battle cry for Red Bull. As you look at Topex Robinson disrupting the play there. Pass by June Dupont. Natapikarabas ni Topex Robinson. And Purefoods has 12 seconds to execute the play.
Well, Lodi Tugade is actually the one guarding Kirby Raimundo, so I'm sure that's where Purefoods is going to go with their offense.
Does a handoff to June Dupont. Technical pass by Blanca Studio Fields. June Dupont fires. With no time on the shot clock. James Yup trying to put it back in. Yes, first 2 points for the MVP, James Yup.
All 4 of Purefoods' points coming off of offensive rebounds.
And that's another area that we talked about, Coach Norman, as the rebounding story for Purefoods. That they can get a lot of offensive rebounds. That's got a very good status. Lodi Tugade slashes through again. And Tugade has only the 4 points of Red Bull.
Well, Lodi answering the questions very early here, whether he's hurt or not.
And he's also got his hands full on the other side, defending against Turbulent Mundo. And June Dupont is going to be called for a 3-second violation as he was unable to get around Paulo Bugia na siya naman nagbabantay sa kanya sa ilalim.
Well, good physical defense there by Paulo Bugia, forcing June Dupont off his spot.
Tabla po tayo at 4-all here in the first quarter. Cyrus Baggio, labas kay Enrico Villanueva. Lumalabas si Lodi Tugade. Villanueva can't get it to him. Cyrus Baggio against Noy Castillo against the spin. And they're going to call the foul on Noy Castillo. Only personal on Castillo.
First team foul on the Junkie Dragons.
Topex Robinson maglalabas ng bola para sa Red Bull. Paulo Bugia at top of the key. Lumalabas si Lodi Tugade. Up against James Yup. Tugade, good fake. And he lets it fly, no good. Turbulent Mundo para sa rebound. Off down to Noy Castillo. Castillo, hinintay ang kanyang mga kasama. Binigay kay Mike Pickles, but Topex Robinson is again there to break up the play. Robinson. Out to Villanueva. Rico against June Dupont. Mahina. And the loose ball picked up by Noy Castillo in the backcourt. Castillo brings it up. Forward to James Yup against Tugade. And Rico Villanueva breaks up the play.
Yes, Red Bull showing very quick hands here at the beginning of the game, deflecting a lot of passes. And going back to what you mentioned about the rebounding, it's so important for Red Bull to control their defensive board.
And that's how they can run. They can start to run.
You know, Mark Fingers is averaging over 6 offensive rebounds a game in this game.
James Yup! Binigit na sa bola! And it is a 2-point lead para sa Purefoods Chunky Giants. One-hander from Paulo Bugia. Wala. Turbulent Mundo for the rebound. Binigay kay James Yup. James Yup pinapatay ni Topex Robinson. June Dupont versus Paulo Bugia. Mark Henry. As the Turbulent Mundo makes his move. Nice pass back to Mark Henry. No good. Rebound, June Dupont. Dilabas muna kay Noy Castillo. There's 24 here para sa Purefoods. James Yup. Binitigil na naman yung Topex Robinson. Noy Castillo is open. Chris is in the over two. Tres mula sa pinalakas na Kian. Power to the people.
Red Bull overextending on defense really opened it up for Noy to get that 3-point shot.
There's been well connected in this ball game. Lodi Tugade. Rico Villanueva makes his move inside. Our doing is no good. The top. Out to Mark Fingers and Noy Castillo. There's the bounce pass to June Dupont off the break. Transition play by Purefoods. June Dupont answering it. Can't give a limit. And it is a 7-point lead by Purefoods. And a 30-second timeout is called by Red Bull. They don't want this to result in a big breakaway in the early going by Purefoods.
Red Bull's very concerned with their transition defenses. They were very slow coming down that time, allowing Julian for their layup.
That's correct. Samantala, ito naman yung nangyari kanina as James Yap got hemmed in. Now, libre naman si Noy Castillo for the TM press. At isa niya na pinalakas na TM power to the people. Muli mga kaibigan, this is Game 6 of the best-of-7 championship series. Purefoods leading 3 games to 2. And this is their second opportunity to finish up the job and wrap up the championship. Of course, Red Bull has other things in mind once again. Pisod po nila itong Purefoods from game number 5. They'd like to do it again tonight. And a big stop here by Purefoods, leading by 7 now after only about 5 minutes of play. Marty Tugano binangga. And Julian Butt will pick up that foul, his first.
Purefoods is stepping out hard against pick and roll. That time Julian Butt did get the foul. Coach Gangal must be concerned here. He does not want to see his team get down early in this basketball game. On the other side, Coach Ryan's quite happy that that last 2-minute off in the last game has not affected him so far.
What a shot there, what a try by Cyrus Baggio. It didn't go, but he did pick up a foul. Castillo now with 2.
A lot of times with your Coach Ryan, Ed, because of the way you lost the last game, you're winning almost the entire game. In the last 2 minutes, you kind of lost it. You have to be concerned on how it affects the mental state of your players, but it looks like Purefoods is really ready to go here tonight.
They've come out smoking here in the first quarter, and Red Bull will have to try and match their intensity if they want to make a game of this, and if they want to keep their hopes alive of extending this series to its fullest on Sunday. Pero malayo pa yan. At the first quarter pa lang tayo, 2 shots by Cyrus Baggio. Puts the lead down to 5 at 11-6. James Yap. Sumaksak sa loob. One hand by James Yap.
And you have to have big hands to be able to finger roll like that from the baseline.
What athleticism being shown here by the MVP. Nice pass and play here. Paulo Bugia, however, hemmed in by, or intimidated by Mike Pingris. Of course, Mike Pingris has had a reputation of swatting balls away, especially in this series. So that probably gave Paulo Bugia a second thought.
Well, there's sometimes you have to go straight up. That time, Paulo Bugia should have gone straight up with the basketball instead of pump faking.
There's the top, and it's thrown out by Julian Butt. That is a Purefoods Chunky Giant. He gets it to the front court. Julian Butt. Binigay kay Kirby Raimundo. Raimundo matras lamang kay Lordy Tugade. And the back by Kirby Raimundo. Alalahanin po natin, 9 points lang ang ginawa nito si Kirby Raimundo. Of course, dito pa dapat sinasabig lang, pero 9 points expected natin. Cyrus Baggio, almost, not quite. Ito na naman si James Yap, tuloy-tuloy. Back to the basket shot. Julian Butt with the offensive